So I'm in Malta, and man, what an interesting place. Like I often say I live in the Czech Republic, and that's a small country, but this is a different level. The entire island is 27 kilometers across, which means you could very realistically walk across the entire country in a single day. But with that small size comes the opportunity to be a microcosm, and it's like someone set up a social experiment to test the mixture of cultures over thousands of years. And this is not a history lesson, but over the millennia, Malta has been inhabited, occupied from the Neolithic era, and then by North African cultures, by Ottomans, by the Italians, by the Spanish, by the French, by the British, by Vikings, by the crusading Knights Templar, for crying out loud. All of those different cultures left their mark on the architecture and on the culture, and the language is a fantastic example. There is a Maltese language that's actually based on Arabic, and it still has that, what I can only call Arabic twang, but it is written with Latin letters, with lots of funny little accents that make it look kind of like Elvish. It is heavily influenced by Italian, Sicilian, which is already kind of a crossroads of culture and language, and heavily mixed with English. They will switch from word to word, not sentence to sentence. And they say bonjour for hello. Like, this is a great example of just how, to me, like, this entire country feels like a country of TCKs, of third culture kids that will say, I'm Maltese, but I met some students at the student fair that I was here for, who say, well, I speak Maltese with my brother, but I speak Italian with my father and Spanish with my sister, and then, English at school. And it's such an incredible mixture that it's places like this that make me think, like, what even is culture? Because we like to have these very clear, static, almost Aristotelian ideas of what a culture is. But the fact is that, like people, it's messy, it's fluid, it's constantly changing. And while that's frustrating, because the human brain likes simplicity, and we like to be able to define things very clearly and finally, that's just not the way it works. Culture includes way too much information and way too much influences to be absorbed by a single human brain. And while that is something that is frustrating and inevitably overwhelming, that is the entire point. This is not about purity. This is not about precision. This is about change and fluidity and messiness. But the fact is that, like with people, it is those combinations of various elements in a unique format, that messiness, that brings out the real beauty of life.